Let's take a look at today's Stay in the Game with Just for Men hair color moment. It has to be Todd Bodine. Lap 10, catches it once, catches it twice, can't hold on to it a third time. Again, this was Saturday. We ride along with Todd, has his hands full.
Caught it twice, couldn't quite catch it that third time.
So behind the wall they go, and the crew goes to work on that 30 Toyota Tundra. The Trillo team working on it and making it, well, almost racetrack ready. It was on the racetrack without a front end. Stay in the Game with Just for Men hair color. That's exactly what Todd has done.
That's how you win a championship. You have to run every single lap you can. You have to gain every position that you can. Todd will gain probably close to 10 positions by coming back here today and running all these laps, and that's 30 points. We saw Ron Hornaday lose that championship last season by how many points?
I think it was about 7.
It was one position on the racetrack, basically. If Ron Hornaday could have got by Johnny Benson on the last lap at Homestead, then that would have been, we'd have had a different champion.
Yep, exactly. So Todd Bodine staying in the game. Stacy Compton stayed on the track and out in front of this field. Mike Skinner behind him, running second. Brian Scott is third. Johnny Benson fourth. And Brian Eichler will restart this one in the 5th position. The Cash All-Star Sweepstakes is going on now on Speed. Just answer this question by logging on to speedtv.com and you could qualify to win today's prize. And don't forget to watch NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race on May 16th at 7 p.m. for your chance to win $25 grand in cold, hard cash.
I know the answer.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
they're just giving money away.
Giving money away. Log on to speedtv.com today. Register for the Catch the Race, Catch the Cash All-Star Sweepstakes. Right on lap.
Rick, you know, it's so interesting with the new rules down here. It keeps us hopping to find out what's going on, but a lot of different strategies playing out. You know, Hornaday comes in as the leader. He'll restart 9th, and right with him during that pit stop was Taylor Malsom. But as you guys documented, the tire got away from the crew, so they only did right sides. They had to come back down here to do left sides and another pit stop for fuel. So instead of restarting right behind Hornaday in 10th, Malsom will be back about 17th. A tough break here on pit road, but lots of different strategies week in and week out. Hornaday comes in as the leader. He'll restart 9th.
Right now, Stacy Compton stayed on the racetrack in this caution. We know he's going to have to make another pit stop, but the next 7 trucks also only made 1 pit stop on this caution flag.
Green flag back in the air. We have 49 laps of racing to go.
We've got a new leader in Mike Skinner.
Mike Skinner jumps up front, gets by Stacy Compton on the restart. Here comes Brian Scott in the 16, as well as Johnny Benson.
Ron Hornaday was the first truck that got fuel and tires to restart this race, and he restarted 9th, and that's him right there looking on the inside of David Starr in the 24 truck.
How about Brian Eichler making the move as well? He saw Johnny Benson get by the 16 of Brian Scott. Brian Eichler moves all the way up into the 3rd position.
Impressive debut by that number 51 truck of Brian Eichler.
Adam, it looks like there's precipitation on these windshields of the trucks. Are you feeling it down there on the track?
Under caution, all the spotters were saying on the radio, we're getting some pretty good sprinkles up here on the spotter stand. And I was just going to say, if you see aggressive driving on track, it's because these drivers know at any moment we could see a caution ending this race because of precipitation. We'll wait and see, but there is definite moisture in the air.
Adam, there's some real aggressive driving. Matt Crafton made a nice move down there. Looked like he passed 4 or 5 trucks there with his left sides below the white line.
3 wide. Jason White goes by on the outside. Here comes Taylor Malsom on the outside as they go into turn number 1.
Oh, Taylor way, way high. He's going to lose a little bit of ground, but it's going to keep it out of the wall.
Keeps it out of the wall. Looks like he keeps the foot in the accelerator as he rockets down the backstretch now, trying to get by Dennis Setzer.
We definitely see some moisture here on all our camera lenses. Mike Skinner's call, if we see some more rain, may be a great one, but to only do 1 stop on that most recent caution flag.
I bet Mike Skinner right now is yelling, it is raining cats and dogs on this racetrack.
Good battle for second right there. Johnny Benson, the one, has it. Brian Scott way up the racetrack right now, running third.
Trying to get by or catch up to that one. There's the radar on the left side of the screen. It doesn't look like we've got problems. Again, we're right in the center of that bullseye. But as we have seen on the cameras, there is some precipitation in the area, and the spotters are calling as well. Now the caution flag comes out. I believe it's for precipitation. This is our 10th caution of this race.
Well, that certainly puts Mike Skinner right now in the driver's seat. If we're not able to get this race restarted, he will be our victor. We are past halfway. This will be an official race. I'm sure NASCAR and the Speedway officials will do absolutely everything they can if this rain will stop. We saw the radar. There's not a whole lot in the area, but obviously there's enough right now to make this situation where the NASCAR felt like they had to throw the caution flag.
And one of the problems we had on Saturday was starting the race at 5 o'clock and then the rain coming. We don't have lights here at this racetrack, and so if the rain were to come once again and soak the track, they would have to re-dry the racetrack, and I'm not sure there's enough time to do that and conclude this race.
Yeah, the key is I hope we can not lose the racetrack. Obviously, there's a little bit of precipitation, but if we can keep the trucks going on the racetrack and keep it fairly dry and the rain will stop, it won't take that long before the racetrack is ready to go again.
Rick Wren obviously looking at not only a scoring monitor, probably a radar.
Rick Wren right now is saying it's not wet.
No.
I mean, it's not even raining. I don't even know what people are talking about because he's running fourth and he needs some more laps.
He needs more laps to catch up to Mike Skinner.
See, he just shook his head. No, it's not raining.
Johnny Benson and Brian Scott all in front of that 33 of Ron Hornaday. Brian Eichler, how about Brian Eichler in his first Camping World Truck Series start, running in the 5th position just behind this truck and that driver, Ron Hornaday.
I know right now Ron Hornaday is saying, please give us some clear weather here and wipe that camera lens so we can, so it looks like it's not raining anyway.
Shane Sieg in the 15 will be our Aaron's Lucky Dog recipient. So Shane Sieg will get a lap back. That will make him only 2 laps behind. He is in the 19th position. David Starr on pit road now. They do tires for David Starr.
David right now gambling that we're going to get back to racing. He'll be in a great position. There's the spotters up there on the roof of the grandstands, the press box. Watch this now. Watch Matt Crafton now. That's Jason White right in front of him. Jason's pretty much on the bottom of the racetrack, right? Well, not quite low enough. Look at Matt go by on the inside, making it 3 wide. He's going to get to 23. He's going to pass the 6 and the 24, all in that corner, and probably will get to 60 by the time they get to the other end of the racetrack.
Taylor Balsam saw it happen and decided he would follow along.
James Busher as well on that 10 truck.
What an aggressive move. Right along with Matt.
You see the moisture on the camera lens. Look, he said, move up a little bit, Jason. Just give me about half a lane. That's all it took, and they'd be passed about 5 trucks.
And the rain came strong enough to bring out our 10th caution of the race. Let's go back down trackside to Ray Dunlap.
Well, thank you, Rick. I'm up on the pit box right now with crew chief for Mike Skinner, Eric Phillips. Now, I know you've been studying chassis for a long time, but did you study meteorology in school?
I've been trying the last 2 days. I've been up here on my phone watching this weather. It's been around us the whole time there. I know those guys come and got tires there before that competition caution. I thought the rain was going to be here by then. And, when it come out there at the end, I just got enough gas, just put some gas to see if we can make it to the rest of the way. I don't know what the weather's going to do here. Hopefully it just pours.
All right, good luck to you. Eric Phillips gambling a little bit, just putting a tiny bit of fuel in there to get that track position. Let's go down to Adam.
And Brian Scott and his crew chief Jeff Hensley with a similar strategy, getting some fuel on that last stop. He rides third as we speak, and his crew chief just came on the radio and said, I'd give $100 for a space heater right now because it is cooled off considerably. And Brian Scott came back and said, I'd give more than that to be leading this race. And unfortunately, the way things look weather-wise, he may not have a chance to get his first win, but today would be his 3rd consecutive top 10 if things stay the way they are.
Yeah, Brian Scott has really kept the momentum going from the end of last season to the start of 2009. Mike Skinner out in front. Johnny Benson runs second. Matt Crafton, Ron Hornaday, 2 guys who have won at 1.5-mile racetracks. Could they do it again at Kansas? We'll find out when we come back to the Speedway.